Welcome back to Coffee Chats with Mom and Bro, episode 8.
Hello everyone, good to be back.
Good to be here. Good with another coffee.
Yeah, I enjoyed the one from last week, so I went with the same Rapture blend.
Yep.
So it's going down a treat so far.
And I've copied you by the looks of it.
Yeah, same one.
Same one. Oh, you
Oh.
ordered it. Is it the same one or have you done something different?
True. Two of the same.
Two of the same. No, it is good. It's an iced latte, isn't it?
Yeah, iced latte.
Normal
today.
milk, almond milk.
Of course. I don't even mix with the other milks, eh?
Really?
Do you?
Sometimes I do. Like, we have a lot of almond milk in the house, but I would prefer like.
Actually, milk at home is like coconut milk or almond milk.
Oh, really?
Just because I don't drink much milk, so I don't want it going off in the fridge.
Okay.
But when I go out and get
Yeah.
a coffee, it's always with milk.
Do you find that almond milk just kind of makes it look a bit like it just looks gross? It sits at the top and
Yeah, it does. I just love like normal milk.
a normal milk's so good, eh? Okay, bit off topic. Jesus.
Hurry up, get to work.
Talking about milk. So as usual, team, we're just going to chat about 4 topics that we usually talk about: nutrition, training, lifestyle tip, and then our business as well. So feel free to grab a coffee with Mo and Bro. Listen to us while you're just chilling, while you're training, while you're stretching, while you're walking, whatever you're doing. It's pretty chill this week. So yeah, come along for the ride and listen about what we have to say. It's pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah. Obviously, what we're saying is to help you guys, give you insight into what we do, how we help our clients with our training and nutrition goals.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone gets lean, fit, and healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much what we do here. You've pretty much just said it, I think. Anything else you want to elaborate on with what we do here at Motion Fitness?
Nah, I think that's it.
Yeah, if you want to know, listen to our other episodes.
Yeah, you can take over now, boss.
Okay, sounds good. So touching on our first topic, which is our nutrition, are there supplements that you take or that you would recommend?
I think firstly we need to see why you want to take supplements.
Okay.
And by that, you don't want to be taking supplements just for the sake of taking supplements.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have a deficiency somewhere? Or are you after weight loss supplements?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people after weight loss supplements, I think as soon as you start going down that route, you've already lost.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because we know, and what we use with our business is to teach people around calories,
Mm-hmm.
what you should be eating to lose weight, and how do you lose weight?
By being in calorie deficit.
100%.
We all know this, yeah.
Yep. So if you look at our other videos, we touch on this, but a calorie deficit is how you lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you start going down the supplement route, that's not going to determine your calories whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might play a real small percentage in a weight loss journey, but 95% of what you're doing is through your calories.
Yeah.
Is that how you find it?
Yeah, and you're also spending, it's just like a marketing tactic when it comes to these weight loss supplements. You're just spending money. Why don't you just spend money on just eating good? And then you feel real good as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally just marketing, I think. And maybe it's just a lack of knowledge as well.
Yeah, it's also like with all marketing these days, it's to make it seem easier than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And have the supplement, you'll lose 5 kilos.
Yeah.
And like these health companies, they charge a lot for supplements.
Yeah.
And they charge a lot, and people will pay hundreds, if not thousands, for certain supplements, which I'm sorry are not going to do anything.
Yeah.
If you look at the fine print, it always says in conjunction with a well-balanced diet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the proof right there that they are not working.
Yeah.
So we need to teach people more about nutrition and
Mm-hmm.
what you should be eating. When it does come down to supplements, are there any you would recommend to clients or you take yourself?
Yeah, so I have protein powder, but I try and get my protein source from like actual foods rather than protein powder. But protein powder is good if you're on the run or if you're like, time poor. So I have protein powder. I have creatine, which I went off for a little bit. I don't know why, to be honest with you, because I do enjoy taking creatine. I notice a change in my strength, also brain function, clarity, and everything like that. And it's something that's produced within our muscles and our brain naturally anyway, so it's not harmful. So I take those 2, and then I also take BCAAs and electrolytes, but that's pretty natural in itself. But apart from that, I don't take anything else because I get it all through my food, and I feel good, so I don't need it. But is there anything that you take?
Nah, so like I've just been taking protein powder. Like I've never really come off protein powder.
Yeah.
The only reason is it's purely a supplement.
Mm-hmm.
And so I only have probably a scoop and a half a day.
Yeah.
Normally I have it on my oats in the morning for breakfast, gives it some flavor, or you can chuck it in with Greek yogurt,
Yeah.
or maybe a protein shake. But even protein shakes, I haven't been taking too many of them. It's more just part of my morning breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Creatine's another good one, but I haven't taken that for a while and I need to jump back on it. So
Yeah.
creatine is one of the few supplements that's proven to actually boost your performance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of supplements out there, there's not actually much research back behind whether they work or not.
Yes.
But creatine is one that's actually proven, and you'll see a lot of top sports
Yeah.
athletes take creatine, and it's proven to increase your power by about 5 to 10%, 5 to 15%,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Which is massive.
and do you agree? You notice a difference within the first couple of weeks of
Honestly,
taking creatine?
I do.
Yep.
And now I don't even know why I stopped taking it, because when I was originally taking it, I noticed it. And now I'm just like, I can actually apply progressive overload a lot more easier without
Yeah.
even thinking about it, just because my stress has, my stress, my
It's
stress
always
has
high.
increased. Yeah. My strength has increased like crazy. So come on, Brandon, get on it.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like,
And I've just been slacking,
yeah.
but I should jump on it because for those that don't realize, it also improves your cognitive
Yeah.
function. Cognitive function, which just means it's going to give you mental clarity
Yeah.
in work,
Yes.
in your focus. So, protein powder, creatine. The others, I would take BCAs, but I would mainly take BCAs, and this is not the reason why you should be taking them. But I struggle to drink water. I
Oh,
don't like the
God,
taste
yeah.
of water. But BCAs, you can get so many different flavors: raspberry, grape, whatever.
Yeah.
Watermelon. There's
They
hundreds of
taste
flavors,
good. Yeah.
and you can just chuck it into your water, so it helps to get your liter or 2 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
So that's another. But BCAs are just the amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. So
Mhm.
it's just going to help with building muscle.
Yeah.
But it is just, once again, a supplement. It's a very small percentage
Yeah.
of what you're doing. Are there any other supplements you would potentially take or recommend to clients?
Yeah, there's a few, but I know we touched on this earlier, and I don't know if I want to steal your spotlight. But we said magnesium, melatonin. What was the other one? Fish oil.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I previously did take fish oil when I was a lot younger, but I haven't really taken them as such. I don't feel like I really need them at this stage. Maybe
Yeah.
down the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it something you are gonna be
I,
trying to
I,
take soon?
I don't take those supplements, but those three would be the three I would potentially take.
Yeah.
Fish oil, magnesium, and melatonin. The reason being, fish oil is good for joint health.
Yeah.
As we age,
Get older.
it's
Yeah.
just good to help with your joints, especially if you are doing exercises.
Yeah.
Melatonin is going to help with sleep. Okay, so if you do struggle with sleep, it might help with that. And then magnesium is just going to help relax your muscles and make sure you recover efficiently.
Yeah. When do you think you'd start to take those supplements? When you notice that you're needing them, or
Yeah, but look, the reason we say supplements is because that's exactly it.
what they are?
I'm big
Yeah.
on, if you are having a good whole foods diet and you are exercising how you should be, getting the recovery in you should, supplements are the final 5%.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big thing we want our viewers to take away from this.
Mm-hmm.
Supplements you actually don't need.
Yes.
Obviously, speak to your doctor if you have any
Deficiencies.
but for the most part, they are purely supplements.
Yeah.
If you're doing everything how you should be, you're not going to need them. But those would be the 5 or 6 supplements I would recommend. Everything else, fat burners, stay away from. Like, just complete waste of money.
Yeah.
Waste of money. You are just pissing your money away.
Yeah. If you
Literally.
you actually just pass it all out. If you have any questions on the supplement side of things, or if you actually think that weight loss supplements help or anything like that, please drop them in the comments, because we would love to kind of crush those myths and kind of let you know a little bit more about them, because yeah, they're just taking your money, and there's so many more beneficial and faster ways that you can do it. So please drop those questions in the comments, because it'll be interesting to answer those. Let's jump into our training topic. So what's the main difference with machines versus free weights, and kind of who should be doing machines or free weights, or give us a bit of knowledge around that?
Cool. So I feel like like for those that are unaware with like how the gym works and everything, there's normally the machines.
Mm-hmm.
So normally the basic ones where you put the pins down and you can increase the weight.
Yeah.
The machines. Then there's the Smith machines,
Mm-hmm.
which is the big like squat rack with the bars on the side, which is going to help balance the bar for you. Smith machines, and then there's free weights. So those are like the dumbbells and barbells. That's a thing where like you're on your own. If you can't lift the weight, you're on your own. So generally a rule of thumb is you'd start on machines. Okay, and then you're going to move on to like Smith machines, a little bit less assistance, and then finally the dumbbells and barbells. Is that how you find it, and when you like design plans for clients?
So based on kind of their knowledge and if they've been in the gym previously, how long they've been working out for, if they're brand new to the gym, we kind of structure their programs based on their knowledge and all around that. So if they're completely beginner, then you just kind of start them on resistance and machines. Machines also have the instructions on them and let you know what muscle groups you're training as well. Obviously, within our training programs, we demonstrate them through videos for our clients to see with instructions as well. But that's something that we would recommend is to start on machines, because you can change a lot on the machines of the resistance, also like your placement. If you're saying you're seated, and you can change it so it feels comfortable for you to do it. So those are always a good one to start on, and it just kind of guides you through the movement.
Are there some overall tips you would give people that are studying on machines?
What do you mean, like tips? Just
like one thing I notice is you want full range of motion when you're using the machine, which just means if you are doing like a leg press, make sure you're getting your butt as low down as you possibly can.
Yes, okay.
You don't want to half rep it.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to load up the weight. Range of motion's key. Same with like a chest press machine. You want to bring it as far back as you can, just so you can push further. So the further you got to move the weight, the better for you.
Yes.
Obviously within good technique.
Yeah, your range and
But range is key if you're going to use machines.
Yeah. Well, just read the instructions. I don't know if they actually say like go full range. That probably doesn't mean much.
Yeah, I don't think they really do. It's very easy.
Yeah.
If you're not thinking or understanding how to use a machine, just to kind of take 20% of the range out.
Yeah.
And generally the first 20% of a lift is the hardest, which is where you recruit the most muscle fibers. So we want to be focusing on that. And the point of using machines is to start building up your nervous system.
Yeah.
Which means the more range you can put your muscles through, it's going to be easier to transition onto the Smith machines, dumbbells and barbells. So it's very important we get these movements correct. And not just load up the weight, because that's not going to get you to the ideal kind of end game is using dumbbells and barbells.
Yeah, definitely. Do you still use machines within your training?
I do, yes. I do, but that's it's a bit different. Like I've been lifting for a long time now, so I get different like muscle recruitment that I would on a machine rather than a dumbbell or barbell. So a machine can be easier just to focus purely on one muscle group.
Yeah, just isolate it.
Because we don't have to use the stabilizer muscles, so that's a downside of the machines. You're not using the stabilization muscles. So that's why we want to build your base on the machines, but ultimately move on.
Yeah. So obviously moving into the Smith machine is the next progression. What's the difference between those two? Obviously they're completely different machines as such, but...
Well, I feel that's more of a functional movement.
Yeah.
It's kind of the building bridge between a machine and
the free weights.
And the free weights. So you're going to be doing essentially the same movements as a free weight, but now you're doing it like on a bar.
Yes, but you've just got that guidance.
You've got a bit more guidance. So once again, you're going to be able to do like a squat, a deadlift, a bent over row, a bench press, a lunge, all these movements you can't do on a machine.
Yeah.
But it's going to give you a bit more support.
Yeah.
And then the final transition is your free weights.
Yeah.
And that is where you know, if you're doing a dumbbell bench press, your arm's going to feel all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, we see a lot of clients when they first start out, if you go straight onto a dumbbell bench press, your arms push up and out and you're flaring out and you might get 10 reps, but it's not controlled reps.
Yes.
So the way we're going to learn to control them is by starting on the machines.
Yeah.
So you develop that neurological nervous system to do the movement.
Yeah.
And then we move on to the dumbbells. So
Yeah.
it's going to make it so much easier. It might take a couple of weeks to feel comfortable rather than months of doing it incorrectly.
Yeah. I think a massive takeaway is don't just see everyone else in the gym kind of doing free weights and being like, God, why can't I be like them, or I want to get there? Because there's progressions to everything. And that's what you've kind of got to remember. If you start by free weights, it's a lot more injury prone, would you say? There's a lot more if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, if you haven't been training for a year or never had anyone help you out, it's you're more likely to injure yourself on the free weights.
Yeah.
So that's why you want to start on machines.
Yeah. And that's where we kind of help our clients as well. We've got all the training programs in place to understand, and they go through their progressions as well. Like Brandon said, you start on the machines, Smith machines, and then you go into free weights, and they've got the instructions from us and the videos which help them with their form and their cues and everything like that. So if you do have questions on that or you need more help, just reach out to us, because that's what we specialize in. And we'd be more than happy to help. Jumping into lifestyle tip. Ooh, I like this one. Do you think the people that you hang out with, do they play a massive role, or do they have an impact on your health and fitness journey?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I think it's huge.
Is that why you hang out with me?
Because
I'm helping you?
Definitely. But no, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Because
I agree. Right back at you.
Is that, do you agree with that?
100%. I only have a small circle of like friends, and I prefer it that way because the people that I associate with, like, myself with, they better me to be a better person, and just my overall lifestyle is just so much better with them in it because I'm continuing to grow. And they don't hold me back. They're kind of pushing me to do better as well. Like, they want to see me succeed. And I think there's a few, there can be people out there who say that they want to help you succeed, but their actions are maybe showing otherwise without you even realizing it.
Yeah.
Would you say, just to be quite hard on that one?
Yeah. I think you do need to socialize with people that you want to be like, or are helping you on your journey, or can just see the effort you're putting in on things. And I think that helps with a weight loss journey. You know, like to go on a weight loss journey, you're going to have to change a lot of things in your life. If you want to lose 10 or 20 kilos, a lot of things need to change. And sometimes that means looking at your friends and what they're doing. And I know this is such a tough thing to hear, and no one likes to hear it, but you need to mix and mingle with people that want to see you do well. Because although we all might think our friends are there to help us, if you're around mates that are overweight and you're trying to lose weight, they very well might not want you to succeed as much as you would like.
Yes.
Purely because it is hard. You're going to have to change a lot of things that you do. And if they're not willing to do that, then they're not going to support you as much as you think you will. And we say this from experience, from working with clients, from working with people that have friends, and then sometimes realize, actually, who I'm hanging out with, I don't want to be on the piss every weekend, or it's normal to go get a cake with our mocha for lunch, and those little things. And I know this sucks to hear, but who you associate with is going to play a huge, it's going to be a massive difference.
Yes.
In whether you get to where you want to get to or not.
And we're not saying cut your lifelong friends as well. Like, obviously take a look at your circle and who you're socializing with, and if they're making you a better person. But that's not to say cut out your, I don't know, your cousin or whoever it may be. It may just mean that if you say are on a weight loss journey, you just kind of don't let them know too much about your journey and what you're doing, because are they there to not sabotage you in a way, but are they actually trying to help you? So maybe it's just best to keep that kind of stuff private, would you say? Just work on it in the background, meet up with them.
Yeah, obviously you need support.
Yeah.
And you can find support through many ways. Sometimes that is hiring a coach.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a couple clients that actually just work purely with me and say they don't want anyone to know what they're going through.
Yeah.
And that's getting support.
Yeah.
Or you might have some close friends that you know you can talk to. But the main thing is you got to see if you're on track to get into your goal. If you're hanging out with your mates every weekend and they're all in and supporting you, but you haven't lost the 10 kilos that you were trying to lose. Okay, now are they really trying to support you? Or when you go for your walk together, are you then going to the cafe afterwards?
Yeah. Are they saying, let's go grab a coffee?
Yeah, or are they saying, oh, it's Friday night after work, should we go get a couple drinks?
Which a lot of people do say as well.
Because obviously it's socialising. We love to socialise. And
Yeah.
it's not like you can never not do that because we do that.
Yes. Yeah.
But if it's all the time and you've said to your mates you've got a goal you want to get to and you are no closer to getting there than you were 2-3 months ago,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, maybe you need to look at your mates and start thinking, do they really want you to get there?
Yes, yeah.
Because if you're trying to get there, you got to hope that they're trying to get there with you.
Yes.
Because if they're not going to be helping you out.
Yeah. That makes it really hard when you surround yourself with people who are on different journeys or not interested in bettering themselves and their health and fitness. It makes it really hard when they're not supporting you and doing it with you. So if they're not doing it with you, the least that they can do is try and push you in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
if they're not willing to lose weight, or they don't need to lose weight, or they're just whatever it may be, they need to still be there to support and guide you.
Yes.
And if that means you say no to doing certain events, they need to be okay with that. And when we say no to certain events, we're not saying you can no longer never have a life.
Yeah.
Not at all. Monica, we get out.
A great life, yeah.
Yeah, you with your partner and that do a lot. But it's just knowing when to do those things. And if it's happening too much, okay, you might need to rein it back in a bit. So, that's one thing that we sometimes say to our clients at the start. Are your friends supportive?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it can be a lonely journey.
Yeah.
If you're trying to change everything in your life.
Yeah.
So you need people around you that are going to make sure you get there.
Yeah. And I think we back what we're saying with that as well, because I love and appreciate the people I have in my circle, and I think you'd say the same.
Yeah.
They're probably listening, so I think you should say the same.
Yeah, definitely. Like sometimes there are people that you realize, damn, like things have changed or they don't align. That's not to say you can't be like friends or anything, but it's just acknowledging this and knowing that, okay, this is my friend in this time and place, and this is my friend another time and place, and how do you want to pivot to get to where you want to get to?
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and hanging out with someone you wouldn't want to be hanging out with someone that's full on gym orientated all the time. You see a lot of time with bodybuilders and that chicken and broccoli every meal. And the minute they don't have it, they're getting all stressed.
Yeah,
they got body dysmorphia more than other people.
Yeah.
So it's about finding the balance.
Yes.
And so have those people, but have other people. But at the end of the day, you have your goal.
Yeah.
Know how to get there.
Have people that support you. I think that's a good way to look at it, that you can have different friend circles, but it's knowing when to hang out with which circle. If you've been going hard on your journey and you feel like you just need a bit of an outlet, and you know that this friend group is just one that just relaxes and you can just kind of have a chat with, then go to them. But try and stay away from them as much. No, I joke.
It's look. There's no one with like have pros for everything.
Yeah.
Everyone has some pros and cons.
Yeah.
And so you want to just be true to yourself, know where you want to get to, how bad do you want to get there, and what are you willing to sacrifice. And if it is the mates that are going out every weekend or ordering Uber Eats most days, probably stay away from them if weight loss is what you're trying to achieve.
It's definitely going to make the journey a lot harder and a lot slower, that's for sure. Business, what's kind of been going on behind the scenes? I think this is one that you'll be real happy about, because you've hated previously trying to edit stuff.
Oh yeah, like
tell them, what have we got? We've recently brought on an editor.
Yeah, unfortunately with what we do, we have to like edit content, and it's like never ending.
I just laugh just listening to you, because I just know I don't like it as well, but I know you hate it with a passion.
Oh well, there's so many different things to like running what we do.
Yeah.
We work with clients. We work with updating plans, programs, working with that side of things. Then we got to think of ideas to create content.
Yeah.
Then we got to create content.
Then you got to edit it.
And then we got to respond to clients who might have questions. Like there's 100 things we could do every day. And we've just hired an editor to start editing all our content.
Yes.
So all this stuff right now isn't even from us. Our editor's done it. So
so show them some love.
yeah. So that's kind of a good thing for our business. It's going to give us our time back.
Yeah.
And like kind of bringing it back to people, it's like you pay someone to get your time back, which means you can now focus on other things.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere it's like if you are doing something in your business that actually isn't going to be what you want to be doing in your business, outsource it.
Yes.
Pay someone that's going to be better than you, because my goal is not to be the world's best editor.
Yeah.
It's not, it takes too much of my time and I don't know enough about it. So because I don't know enough, I'll pay someone to do it.
Yes.
Just like if you don't know enough about training or nutrition, you should pay us.
Exactly. I like what this guy says.
No, but it's true.
Facts.
But it's true. Like you got to pay things to speed up results. So
well, the thing is, like, if we edit our own stuff, to be honest, we are doing a half-assed job because we don't know what we're doing. So why the hell would we do it when we can give, we can invest in it and give money to someone else who that is their job and that's what they are professional in doing, and it's going to benefit us as well.
And even our viewers and that, our stuff will look nicer. It will look cleaner. Everyone wins.
Yes. Yeah.
And because, like, obviously we pay money, but we will get that back in return from better.
We will.
But from better, like, content.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I know we're always about like money. Money's a big thing. But it's just part of life.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's trade-offs to everything.
Yeah.
And this kind of bringing on the editor is our next step in furthering things to where we want to get to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
It's only recent that we've brought him on board, but it's cool to always see how we're growing here at Motion Fitness, right? Like there's always things that are changing, and this is just the next stepping stone for us, and there's going to be more as we go as well. But to have him jump on board, and it's going to be exciting to see what he can bring out. But he's got quite a few videos, I think, backed up.
Yeah. So
it's going to be working for his money.
Look forward to it. So at least I'll get some time back.
Yeah.
And I have to be on my phone all day or at laptop all day.
Yeah. Because there's always something that goes wrong as well, like using you split stuff and then you do captions and then the captions don't match up. I can't
honestly, if like we normally use CapCut, so if anyone that's used CapCut, like it's the most finicky little thing. Sometimes it all works perfectly, then other days it's just freezing. Other days my video will just be gone. Like it disappeared.
Yeah.
It evaporate.
That actually happened to me this morning. I was just watching it, playing it, and there was just nothing. It was just a black screen. I was thinking, well, and I pay for Pro as well. We pay for Pro.
Yeah. And then it's like, why am I trying to get better at this?
Yeah.
It's not something I need to get better at.
Yeah.
I pay someone who's an expert in this field to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's the route we've gone down.
Yeah.
And
it's
nice
exciting.
to know we're getting time back.
Yeah. So hopefully he does some cool ending here as we cut it off. But yeah, look out for those. You're going to see a difference in our videos as well. So make sure that you follow us on our social media, because you'll probably notice quite a big difference, I would say, and it'll be quite cool.
Probably if you look back through like our reels, you'll see like a definitive cutoff where it's like, wow, this just changed.
Yeah.
They were doing home jobs, clearly.
Well, you just go onto our Instagram page and you just see the thumbnail change and oh shit, now they mean business. Yeah, so follow us on there, and thank you for watching as always. We will do this every week, stick to our 4 usual topics that we talk about. Hopefully you guys learn something, and if you have any questions, always drop them in the comment section so that we can answer them. Anything else?
No,
that's what she said.
Yep,
I covered it all. Awesome. So we'll see you guys next week, team. We're looking forward to it. Chat then. Cheers. Sweet.